Hi, Desert Hot Springs. Scott Mattis, your mayor, coming to you with the update for February 2017. Want to say, first of all, thank you to everybody congratulating me on my marriage to Victoria. It was a wonderful day that we had, and you now officially have a First Lady of the city. So thank you again for all the warm thoughts that came across. Our update this month starts with Indian Canyon Project. Yes, finally, after all those months of saying it was going to happen, the worst section of it from 18th Avenue to 19th Avenue has been resurfaced. So you'll see some pictures come across of the new surface that's there, and I'm sure a lot of you are happy to travel that road. The future of that project is going to be even better. So in the next coming 6 months or so, you're going to start seeing designs, and hopefully by the end of this year we start construction. It's from I-10 to Dillon Road, and the intersection of Dillon Road will be totally enhanced, 4 lanes all the way across. Talked about it last month. The Vietnam Wall has been approved to come to Desert Hot Springs the week of the 22nd of June of this year. We're now fundraising. It's going to cost Desert Hot Springs about $10,000. Non-taxpayer money. We're going to fundraise completely for it. The wall will be at Mission Springs Park here in Desert Hot Springs for about 5 days. And we have a lot of construction to do to prepare for it, and we have to raise the funds to bring the wall here. So if you're interested in supporting the Vietnam traveling wall here in Desert Hot Springs, it'll be the second time it's been here. Please contact my office and we will get you in touch with how to make a donation. Talk about some of the parks here in our community. The Veterans Park and the Dog Park behind Julius Corsini School will begin construction soon. The contractors are being hired now, and we'll see construction very soon. A lot of talk about the City Hall. The Desert Hot Springs City Hall is in construction trailers right now. They were supposed to be here we were supposed to be in these construction trailers for less than 10 years, and it's been over 10 years, and they're falling apart. It was going to cost the city over $500,000 to renovate these trailers and or have to lease new ones. We have the old visitor center downtown, Palm and Pearson. We're going to start renovation on that very soon, and you'll see the city manager's office and the city council move to that area. We're going to rent new construction trailers for a short period of time because the current trailers that we're in have a lot of damage to them, possible mold and other things that are going to be problems in the future, so we have to move staff out of those for safety reasons. And then in the future, hopefully by next year, we'll start new construction with an amphitheater and a new constructed building and new council chambers at the corner of Palm and Pearson, which will go all the way up to First Street. A lot of people have been asking, when are you going to do your State of the City? This year I want to do something a little different. I want to do some town halls. So if your organization, faith-based or nonprofit, or just a group of people want me to present to them at their HOA, whatever it is, I'm going to do multiple town halls. I'm going to do 4 or 5 this year. But we're going to go out to you, the citizens of Desert Hot Springs, in the evening so you can hear the message about Desert Hot Springs. It'll be more of an update to what's going on this year and where we're going to be going. I'm very excited for March. There's a Senior Inspiration Award that the mayor gets to pick that senior that's in your community that's an inspiration to all. And this year's awardee will be Paul Miller, pastor of Christ Lutheran Church, and he also is a volunteer with the police department as their chaplain and been here since the day that the police department was brought back to Desert Hot Springs in the late 90s. Walmart, the biggest question that we always have from everybody that finally got word from Walmart, releasing a statement very soon. They bought a very large internet company, and they're not doing any more construction in Southern California and most of the country. With that said, the one positive thing out of it is that they're not going to sell their land at this point. They're going to land bank it for the next 6 months to a year while they reorganize their company and decide how they're going to work with the internet-based businesses and online retail sales. Caught in that new era of people ordering most of their stuff online. Not great for us, but we'll see what happens in the future. As I know, I will give you more updates on that. Desert Hot Springs is also going to be applying for up to $10 million in green funding for road and safety pedestrian projects here in Desert Hot Springs through the Coachella Valley Association of Governments. They've released a program that's up to $10 million in funding. So if there's a project that you think is important, we need to put on the table, let us know, and we will try to work with you on that. We know that Palm Drive crosswalks are important. We know that the intersection at Two Bunch Palms is important. We know that our school areas are important, and those are projects that we're going to put forth. We can receive up to $2 million per grant, and there's up to $10 million worth of funding. DHSdaily.com, it's important that you utilize that. It's free to you at no taxpayers' money. We want you to be able to post what's going on in your community. Lots of events. Go to dhsdaily.com and see how it works. It's just a community calendar, and we want you to utilize it. Looking for 2 chair people. Our veterans chair has had to step down due to family reasons, and so anybody that's a veteran in our community that would like to support and really run our veterans committee, I would be happy to meet with you and listen to what you have to say. No official application to it, just come see the mayor on Tuesday anytime between 10 and 2. Also, our Human Rights Committee chairperson stepped down in December, and I'm now moving forward on replacing that individual. So if you're interested in human rights, organize a community. My perspective is that I don't control these committees, you control those committees, and you as the citizens of Desert Hot Springs bring recommendations to us here at City Hall so that we can make a city better for you. The Friends of the Library wanted me to announce that there'll be a new bookstore here in Desert Hot Springs on 8th Street over by 7-Eleven. There's going to be a small space with a bookstore here in Desert Hot Springs, and they'll be having a grand opening on February 25th at 10 a.m. here in Desert Hot Springs. And last, we lost Sara Thomas, who was a firefighter in Riverside County here. She worked at the Indio station, and she was a resident of Desert Hot Springs. She started her career as a volunteer fireman here in Desert Hot Springs. I had the pleasure of knowing her. The February 21st council meeting will be dedicated to her memory, and her family will be there to accept a proclamation for her, which her birthday will be coming up in March. So it's a sad note to lose someone like that, but she was bringing much awareness to cancer, and that's what her legacy will be. With that said, we will end this video in her memory.
Proud to recognize and honor Ms. Sara Thomas. She is an example to all of us to serve our community with courage and with passion.